Okay guys, this is the mini diorama I made for the Gundam Converge Gundam, this little guy over here, just using scraps from my 3D printer. Now it's going to go in for paint now. I haven't decided what I'm going to do as far as paint goes, but I wanted to create a damaged and destroyed battleground, because he is pretty scarred and battled up. I mean, he's pretty battle scarred. He's got scrapes and scratches all over the armor. So I wanted to create a scene to depict that he just finished off a major battle. And I just knocked one of the pieces loose. So he's going to be sitting right in here. Now, if you watch my shorts, you know that I made this little diorama from scraps, 3D printer scraps, from the Buck Rogers Starfighter that I'm printing out. And I just thought that it looks like part of a damaged building. You can see the wall, part of the wall still behind him. All the little framework and lattice work coming from the rebar that would be in the concrete. I thought that looked really cool. And that it would really make a convincing diorama. So, next step is to prime the entire base and then figure out how I'm going to paint this to make it look like something really bad happened there. So we'll be back with the primed base. We'll see it all in one color and see how it goes. Okay guys, and now we have the entire diorama primed in Mr. Servicer Black 1500 and getting ready for some painting and weathering, so that hopefully I can get this thing to look really cool and like the remains of a huge battle. Okay, now that the priming is done, using the Mr. Hobby's black primer, we're going to start adding color. Now what I'm doing is I'm spraying the gray. It's a light gray from Mr. Hobby, and what I'm doing is I'm spraying the center of all of the parts of the diorama in the light gray. I give them a nice bright coat of the light gray, because after that I'm going to go in with a thinner coat or a lighter coat of the gray to kind of tie it all together. And the lights and the darks are going to give you natural shadows and give you the varying texture that you would see in an area that was been totally devastated. I think it's going to look pretty good. Now that I'm done with that, I start adding my singed, burned effects in all the corners or on some of the items that are lying on the ground. This Sum 41 burned effects paint is fantastic. I picked it up at Gundam Planet, and I hope I can find more because this stuff works really great. Okay, now that we're done with all our painting in the spray booth, and you can see how pretty devastated this looks. I'm very happy with the results so far, but we're not done yet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some lighter tones, some more earth tones, just to give it a little more of a dusty, dirty look. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my dry brush, and I'm dry brushing this earth tone. What color was this? I don't remember what the color was, but it looks really good mixed in with the grays that form the concrete and the ground, and it really just warms it up a little bit in certain areas and gives it the look of dirt and dust laying on the areas where I painted it. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out. The next step is to add a little bit of rust and corrosion to the build. Now to do that, I'm going to use my Mr. Weathering color from Mr. Hobby, because everything they have is called Mr. And I'm going to use a combination of rust orange and stain brown in order to provide some of the rust on the, almost like as if it's been raining a little bit and the metal is corroding, and you see a little bit of rust running down the back wall there, and rust forming on some of the steel girders that are lying around, just to add a little more color, a little more something to it, just to bring the diorama a little bit more to life. I'm also dry brushing some Mr. Hobby Super Metallic 2 Super Iron onto parts of the diorama just to add a few metallic tones in there. Okay guys, here's the result of all of our work. I think it came out fantastic. It really adds something to this little guy so that he's not just standing on a square base. It really just, to me, tells a story with the model. So I'm very happy with the way it came out. So why don't you guys let me know in the comments. What do you think about this idea of using these scraps from your 3D printer to as greebles to make a whole new piece? And if you're a 3D printer, you already know you have this stuff lying everywhere. It's free and really does. I'm very happy with the way it came out. Okay guys, I'm going to leave you with a look at it, and I will see you on the next one.